prosperity be unto all who's listening and watching. It's your girl Shaeranea, and I'm back with another video. And today I just want to talk to you guys about being disappointed and being disappointed in yourself, and really how to overcome it and the process of that, because we all go through disappointments, whether it be disappointments in our achievements, disappointment in us, disappointment in others. There's so much disappointment that goes on in life that sometimes you have to really detach yourself at some point. So what are you disappointed in at this point in your life? Is it you? Is it your lack of accomplishments? Is it the place you are at in life? What are you disappointed in? And don't get focused on comparing, because a lot of times strong disappointment comes from the strong expectation of comparison or desire, and you either comparing yourself to someone else's life or have high expectations for your own, or you can be somebody who is highly disappointed in somebody who said they would do something, but why put so much belief in other people, right? How much do you believe in yourself? How much do you trust in yourself? How much do you love yourself, right? How much do you love, trust, and believe in yourself to get through the hardships, the adversaries, to overcome things, even though the path ahead is always uncertain, even though there's always a missing puzzle and you never know the full answers, right? There's always a sentence that's undone, a door that's unlocked, a maze that has some crazy fixing where it's hard to come out of, right? And then once you come out of that maze, you go into another. Life has this consistent problems, solutions, compiling, constantly going. And life would not be life if it didn't have its oppositions, if it did not have its process, if it wasn't the way that it is, right? Now, I'm someone who deals strongly in this area, so I can speak on it highly. I usually don't put a lot of faith in people, so I don't strongly get disappointed in others. That's not my issue. And I'm not somebody who compares myself to others. But I'm somebody who can work hard for a really long time and really feel. Mind you, I said feel, which is the emotion. I feel that I should be in a specific place when I'm not. So, and that causes disappointment. I feel I should achieve so much more by now, or I should know more. And I'm pretty hard on myself. That goes back to that overachieving mindset that I have, that I gotta do better. This is not enough mindset. Though I'm not a perfectionist, the next task, getting something done, figuring it out, investing, those type of things, like it's consistently in me. And what I have on an external level is never enough. Like, Shay, you didn't do good enough. You done well, but it's not good enough. So the biggest thing I could say about being disappointed or disappointment in general is really take time to write out things, right? Try some exercise out. You want to practice some breathing. You want to work on your negative thoughts for sure, because this also comes from a mindset of complaining. You're complaining about something, you're not in agreement with it, you're not satisfied with it. Disappointment comes from a negative energy, right? You're not satisfied with something's bothering you, which puts you in the mindset of complaining, and it puts you in a state of negativity. So what are you saying in your mind? What are the negative things are you saying in your mouth? And think about that and how that's projecting in your reality. How's that affecting your energy, your mood, the way you sleep, the way you eat, the way you pursue your dreams, okay? It affects you so much, okay, if you're not mindful of it and how it does affect you. You can't let disappointment and what has not yet happened. And it's not to say because it hasn't happened doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's just not happening when you expect it. It's not happening on your time. Things happen in its own time. So it's writing down things that you are proud of, right? The things that you are proud about yourself, the things that you do believe about yourself, the good things, right? I mean, you can write the bad things out because you want to work on the things that are not so great about yourself. I mean, let's be honest, we're not perfect people. But you also want to get yourself in a position where even if you write those negative things, you want to write down the things that are good about you, that you've heard your family say about you. You're reliable. You got good information. I love the way you think. Like those amazing things that people either said about you or you believe yourself. You may consider yourself fully responsible, mature, whatever you consider about yourself. You get where I'm coming from. Also, just write a list of things that you've accomplished, right? Things that you've done that made you feel happy, that made you feel satisfied, and you really put your effort into it, and you've done it. And just write those things out, right? Write the things you love about yourself, the things you believe about yourself, and the things that you know you should work on. And this will help you get away from the disappointment, because disappointment comes from the place you're not satisfied with you, somebody, or an event. And if that's the case, or yourself. And if that's the case, then you really need to work on yourself. Now, focusing on yourself gets you away from all this disappointment. But it comes back to the main disappointment that lies in you. You can be disappointed with a person or a thing, but at the end of the day, all that comes back to you. So what are you truly disappointed about? And you got to get to that, the true source of why you're disappointed. Why are you disappointed? Like, get to the specific reason. Get general with it. Get specific, right? Figure out what it is that is causing you to be disappointed, that's causing you to fall in negative behaviors, it's causing you to complain, that's causing you to fall in states of doubt, anxiety, worry, and stress. That's causing you to be somebody who just complains too much. I mean, because somebody who's disappointed naturally will start to complain after a period of time. You have to make peace with your doubts. You have to make peace with your disappointments, and you have to make peace with yourself. If you have peace in here, even if the world outside you is chaotic, oh well. It's better to have peace with you than it is to have peace in the world. I mean, peace in the world is great, but no one can achieve that by themselves. So work on you first. And if you work on this, then that impact can reflect and project on the world outside of you. And that's the focus. So really work on the real reason why you're disappointed. It could be something that you didn't accomplish. It can be something you asked of a person. Maybe they promised something that they didn't commit to the promise. Maybe because they lied to you. And how did that make you feel? You know, get down to the nitty gritty of how things made you feel, what it was that, you know, caused it, how you intend to overcome it. Like, are you having high expectations on a person? Are these the same expectations you have on yourself as you have towards a person or specific thing? And is it something that can be in your control? If it's something that's not in your control, why are you worried about it? Why worry about things you can't control? I mean, it's not in our control. Can't control people, can't control things, can't control nature. You can only control yourself. You control your decisions, your thoughts, the way you think, how you do things. You can only control you. So the best way to get over your doubts, the best way to get over your disappointments is to find a solution by figuring out why, how it makes you feel, why you hold this person to a certain standard or a certain thing or whatever. Is it something that can be changed, or is it something that you can change? Really get to the specifics and figure it out. Love you guys.